Hey guys, Motorcarnut here, and today we're dealing with a code, the P2293 Fuel Pressure Regulator Performance. This code, it's a little bit broadband. It could be a lot of things. It could be the low pressure fuel pump in the tank. It could be the high pressure fuel pump that's right here. And we're talking about 2009 to 2012. It could be higher. But the fuel pumps are a little bit different design, even though it's the same function. But we're concentrating on the 2009, 2012. All right. We had that code on this car. And basically that means low fuel pressure in the rail. It also could be the fuel pressure regulator, even though you would get a code for that. But sometimes it could, a computer is only smart as, what it sees. So, and in this case, what happened is we had a stuck fuel injector. Now, when you have a stuck fuel injector, you're not going to get a fuel injector code, all right? Like, obviously, we didn't get it on this one. Is the fuel injector, when you open the door on these cars, you notice that it primes the rail. So when you start the car, it starts fast instead of keep cranking until the fuel pressure builds back up. What it was doing, it was the fuel injector was stuck open. So when it's stuck open, what are you doing? You're losing fuel pressure. So now the computer thinks it's a fuel pressure problem, fuel pressure regulator problem, which in fact it is. But why is there a low fuel pressure? I mean, you can cut the line and you're gonna get that code too, because you're gonna have low fuel pressure. Anyway, I want to show you on this one exactly how bad it was. All right, I have it on the bench. Hopefully, there's still fuel on the rail to show you this. It was the number 3rd, and of course, this can cause misfiring, multiple misfiring. P0, this was a P0301 relating to 3 is the third, P0303, I'm sorry, which the last number relates to the cylinder location, which is the 3rd one from the front of the engine. All right, this could also give multiple misfire codes if it's bad enough. It can give hide cylinder codes. I have videos on what is a hide cylinder. That's mean when it's constantly misfiring, like 1, 2, 3, 4, it just keeps counting. It's going to shut the fuel off on that cylinder, all right, until it's fixed. So it was given all these codes, so you got to work systematically. You have a low pressure fuel situation first. You got to diagnose that code. I'm going to put some air in the fuel rail as if there was fuel pressure in here. And let's see if we can still see it. It's this one right here we're looking at. There's not enough air, there's not enough fuel in there. It all came out. All right, what I'll do is I'll put a little fuel in there to demonstrate it again. All right, I put a little bit more fuel in there. You can see it. Now we're looking at this one right here. This is the 3rd one that was given the problem. Let me put again. Now, when I put pressure in here, fuel, as if I was fuel pressure, these are not supposed to leak. All right, these are supposed to go on when the computer with the solenoids inside that tells it to spray and shut off. Now, let me try this. Let's see now. It's already leaking. Look at this. I didn't even do anything. Okay, here we go. Look at this. It's already leaking out. That's how bad it is. And when you try to put air in there, look at that. That's what it does every time there was opening the door. Look how bad that was. Crazy, right? And of course, and another telltale sign is you smell fuel. If you're not too keen with automotives, you may not, but anybody knows what fuel smells like. Gasoline. And that's because it's just spraying raw fuel in there. And if you keep it, obviously this car was stalling and it wasn't even starting. And when it did start, it was, burning a lot of smoke and everything like that. You really couldn't, this car was towed in. So this is one fix for, mostly it's overlooked a lot of times. People jump right to other things. The fuel pressure, they think it's the fuel pressure itself as far as maybe a clogged filter and everything. A lot of times, you can't just go by what the code says, especially if you're not too familiar with it. I mean, you can get a mass airflow code and it's a dirty air filter. So, you have to take it step by step. And this code, this P2293 can be a lot of different things. And a leaky injector causing low pressure is one of them. All right, guys. Hope that helps some of you guys out dealing with this issue. If you have any questions pertaining to that code in this video, leave them below. I try to answer all my questions, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.